Welcome to TheoTrade. This is Don Kaufman. It's June 11th, 2025. Just about 15 minutes to go to the cash close here on this Wednesday afternoon. S&P's down some 23 handles. But what I'm going to show you here in just a moment, well, pay careful attention. Does appear a bit of a market reversal is presently underway. All right, what do I see here in this evening's video that says we're starting to reverse? I'm actually going to give you probably one of the top indications right off the bat here tonight, and that is volatility is on the move. There's just no question about it. Vol's on the move right now. I would pay very careful attention. So immediately people key into the VIX and you're like, oh yeah, the VIX moved over here. Oh, the volatility futures, oh look, they barely even moved up. That's actually not what I'm referencing. What I'm referencing in this particular case is the VVIX, the volatility of the VIX. The volatility of the VIX is soaring right now. It's good for about 9% move to the upside. That is noticeable. And what that actually indicates, there's hedging activity going on. So, strap in at this point. Things could get a little bit crazy. One of the things I also took a look at here moments ago is, overall, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, so the VVIX is up. So what does the VVIX really indicate? It indicates that trade is coming in and buying volatility in the VIX. So then I wanted to know, like, are they coming in mass? And the answer to that is the volume in the VIX is through the roof. It's about 11 times the norm versus the previous 5 trading sessions. When you guys look at like Sizzle on Thinkorswim, Sizzle right now says 11, right? And I actually helped write, really what the wireframes look like for this one. And what it was, it's today's option volume versus the previous 5-day option volume. And in this particular case, it's 11 times normal. There's huge volume inside of the VIX. So, rest assured, the move you're seeing in the VVIX is real and it's spectacular. It doesn't necessarily mean that the marketplace has to go lower. What it indicates when the VVIX actually takes off to the upside, like it did, okay, what it actually indicates, though, is that the professional world, they're back on the hedge. Effectively, they're starting to protect for downside. Now, that coupled with some of the moves we're starting to see on the screen, then you got to be a little bit more concerned, right? So what are the moves are we really seeing? I could look at the S&Ps. Come on, this is like a blip on the radar. It's like absolutely nothing, right? So we're down 0.4%. And now, one of the reasons I think we're actually seeing a pretty critical reversal here has to do with this morning's news, okay? Couple of pieces of news came out. Number one, there was a tweet from the administration. So the administration tweets, posts, whatever the hell you guys want to call it these days, like whatever, right? So they tweeted, they posted and said that, China deal is basically done, pending approval, and gave some of the details of the deal. The marketplace didn't pop higher on that. Then CPI came out, and CPI was cool, that's good on the front of, maybe they can bring down interest rates. It's good for the economy. CPI actually cools, which is your inflation numbers are actually cooling. The market, okay, did initially react very positively, and then it actually reversed off of it. I think that those are critical, okay, to take into an account. And, I was mentioning a little earlier today to a couple of the traders here, and I was like, look, man, Trump tweeted and the market didn't go higher. And somebody said, well, the deal isn't necessarily done. I'm like, yeah, but I want you to think back to last week. Last week, okay, Trump talked about a phone call and the marketplace rallied. I mean, they literally talked about like, yes, I will talk, okay, to China. And the market rallied on that news. Now, okay, they're kind of like, yeah, chicken's done, pending approval over there. Nobody seemed to care. The market actually reversed over here. So I think it is a fairly critical reversal. With that, if we actually do take a look at the 30-day 1 hour, as you guys know, I've brought this up incessantly lately. Okay, the 30-day 1 hour, come right back to here. Where are we right now? Okay, nobody puts baby in a box. We're right back into the volatility box. So we are right at the upper cusp of the volatility box. We definitely and definitively broke to the upside of the vol box, but here we are into the close. And what matters right now is it does matter where we close. I wouldn't be surprised to see a close right in around like 60.11, okay, and then see the markets actually subside, if you will, a little lower in the overnight trade. Again, this thing has been unstoppable to the upside lately. Now we actually get some positive news, CPI, okay, trade war, good news on the trade war front, and we're reversing off of it. So yeah, you know, you can call it buy the rumor, sell the news, but we really haven't sold off yet. What I'm trying to do here is get you guys a little bit of ahead of it. And I don't think everybody necessarily catches like VVIX. And again, just looking at the VVIX alone doesn't do squat. You got to look at the volume of the VIX, got to go a little bit, dig a little bit deeper than that. But there are some fairly critical reversals underway in this marketplace. All right, where else to look? Well, as we do each and every Wednesday, okay, and then of course on Friday, look at the SPX, and we do look at the expected move. So for this week, where are we right now in the week? And I like to give you what I kind of term like orientation of the week. First and foremost, okay, the entire week was expected move, okay, is approximately $90 for the entire week. Right now, where are we? Right here. For the most part, we're massively unchanged. And you're coming into Thursday and Friday. Again, you had a CPI report come in. You're coming into Thursday and Friday. Yeah, it's summer trade out there, but we're actually doing some volume. I mean, you're coming into Thursday and Friday with a tremendous, okay, amount of range we could actually move in. And I want that to be duly noted, because we haven't done squat. Like Monday, there was no action. Tuesday, we trick a little higher. Today, which is obviously, you know, into Wednesday, we reversed a little bit, but the S&Ps are only down some like 21 points. But again, in the after hours, I think we'll actually sink closer to, as I said, 60.11 inside of the S&Ps. But again, behold, the next 2 days of trade, okay, things get a little wild. There's still a $65, again, a $65 expected move between now and Friday. So we're well positioned to make a fairly substantiated move. Like, this is not a market right now. Let's not worry about earnings, okay? Obviously, you've got to constantly worry about getting tweeted at, but the market internals, okay, have been really sloppy lately. The only thing that's carried us, and I do mean the only thing that's carried us, is tech, maybe a little bit of energy. Energy, though, is actually rallying for all the wrong reasons. There's geopolitical risk in there. We start to look at things like financials, though. You guys realize, take a look at financials. These things are actually south on the week right now. So some of the market internals are a little bit weak on a relative basis. Okay, the bottom line is the next day of trade, it matters. I mean, even this tonight's trade actually matters, because again, there is somewhat of a reversal underway on good news. We just have not seen that kind of price activity. Hey, call it, you know, we're back in the vol box. Call it anything you want. At this point, though, I'd actually look for some follow-through sell-side activity. A little fear put back into this marketplace. There's got to be a reason that traders stepped up to that hedge. Well, that's it for this evening's video. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here at TheoTrade. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.